Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the home of the Rice Owls, where we are anticipating a full house of fans who give a hoot. The Bulls will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Rice's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So USF's offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Bulls will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got it in the middle. It's Sexton. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
Well, they'll pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Looking to throw, it's Carter. Got his man in the middle.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They keep attacking through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Bulls getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Got his man quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
7, Rice, 0.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. To the air, it's Lagway. Wide open downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Owls.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Quickly complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
On the slant. Gain of 17 on the play.
He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Bulls have pushed it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Pulls it in, it's Smith. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Bulls in the hurry-up.
1st and goal, USF.
Back to throw, it's Carter. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
2nd down and
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they hit for...
Oh, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground with the counter. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation. So the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, South Florida. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Ole Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try to snap it quickly. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Steps away to find some room. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Rice rushes to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Looking for a block. It's Smith. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Bulls are threatening on 1st and goal. They want to just keep throwing it. They'll run the screen. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He finds his man. Touchdown, Bulls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 89.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Rice, 7.
Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Dropping back, it's Lagway. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to run it. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Owls with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. The DBs will back off a bit. Pressure throws toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They're hope for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It's good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off-play action on 1st down. Getting some heat. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
It leads to 2nd down.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, it's Carter. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Rice Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The short hands, it's Winton.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Porter.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situation. They tried to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
The field goal is no good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take... But that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Owls! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that, that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. The Bulls will keep this drive going. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
And that's good enough for a first down.
From the gun. Give on the inside. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the bridge. Caught over the middle, it's Smith. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Here we go. Third down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. The give and tick, 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 tick. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Bulls have it with a first and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To throw, it's Carter. Dumps it off in the flats. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USF.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He'll come out throwing on first down. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Lagway. They're trying to get to him. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 3rd.
It's good. Easy call for the ref.
After hitting that field goal down in possession here late, one timeout in your back pocket, I'm thinking we're still going to see onside kick there. So, nice job by the kicker. They're knocking it through the uprights. Now the big question, can he execute the onside kick?
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
South Florida, 35, Rice. 21.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. A 1st down for the offense. He wants to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to pass, it's Lagway. He's taking the deep shot. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Win.